Welcome to the theater, the stage where ambitious producers make unique shit that just hits a little different. Today we're digging back into the deep, dark world of Weeknd. But not just how he sounds, how it feels, and why it feels that way. Depth, energy, gravitas, emotion. These are the fundamental hallmarks of the sound. And along the way, let's explore why you can't reach that place of depth if your inner critic is running the session. So today it's all about surrendering to the creative flow. Let's get it. Let's go.
STARBOY, every day and try to test me, every day and try to end me, pull off in that roadster SV, pockets overweight getting hefty,
This session is all about checking our ego at the door. No second guessing, no perfectionism. We'll generate first, then curate it later. We're building stacks upon stacks, and then chiseling away until some feeling emerges. And when it comes to feeling and emotion, no single instrument captures that better than the piano. So let's start there. Alright, I loaded up this one-shot piano and I threw some Strymon reverb on it, and immediately it gives us that emotion, and frankly it's fun to play. Alright, I'm working at 93 BPM in the key of A minor. I want to start with a simple melodic hook that will set the foundation and carry most of the song.
I'm trying to put you in the worst mood, P1 cleaner than your church shoes, side, shawty your lip too. I'm trying to put you in the worst mood, P1 cleaner than your church shoes, Nelly point 2 just to hurt you, all red lamb just to tease you. I'm trying to put you in the worst mood.
Just a simple foundation.
P1 cleaner than your church shoes, Nelly point 2 just to hurt you,
Dancing around his voice a little.
I'm trying to put you in the worst mood, P1 cleaner than your church shoes, Nelly point 2 just to hurt you, all red lamb just to tease you. You talking money, need a hearing aid.
I want another layer, so I'm just looking for a sound that feels good with this piano. The stray light, contact instrument, I find myself going to it all the time. Especially for this dark emotional stuff. And not a lot of notes either. There it is. Just trust yourself that when you hear it, you feel it. Alright, let's duplicate that. I just got the Alt Gram by Westwood. It's basically a piano, but they have all these ambient patches in here. That's nice. Texture ephemera. These pads just add this emotional bath underneath the piano. Same MIDI each time. One's a little higher. We're just filling out the space underneath that piano. This is good though.
That sounded good. I'm starting to hear the bass. Here in the OBE, this joint is epic. It's not about just low end. It's about creating that weight, that anchoring, giving it a rooting, grounding, a power, a body, a slow movement, a deliberate pressure that makes the whole mix feel grounded. Maybe it's a little broken, detuned. That's the point. Perfection doesn't move people. Imperfection does. That tiny wobble, that slight grit, that's where the soul lives. Here I'm in the diva. I'm just trying to get a little swell going in there. Just layering in parts. Stacks and stacks, right? Stacks and stacks. Stacks and stacks don't just go for layers. They also go for notes. Build yourself up from the foundation. Got this big sky on there. Let's drive it. Weeknd synths always sound like architecture. Wide, slow-moving walls of sound that stretch way beyond the frame. But lately, I've been obsessed with my sequential take 5. I brought in the passes from the take 5. I'm panning these across the field. It's all about giving it that stereo width, soaking that reverb, and giving that listener space to disappear into. Synth doesn't leave, it surrounds.
Look what you done. I'm a mother starboy. Look what you done. I'm a mother starboy.
Like if you wait till the very end to curate, you could be drowning in layers, sort of unsure of what's essential. But if you treat each section like a scene, generate first, then take a step back. Listen. Okay, I feel like we just tamed these strings. And I think just by adding a duck, it imposes some rhythm on it. And here having some reverb, soothe, some stereo imager, and like cutting out the lows and add some chorus. This will get it starting to feel like that nice, lush accompaniment. Bring it back to the synth again. I feel like there's another patch in there for us to play with. We'll find it.
Look what you done. I'm a mother starboy. 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 Look what you done. I'm a mother. Look what you done. I'm a mother starboy. Letting it practice, legend of the fall, took the year like a bandit. Bought mama a crib and a brand new wagon. Now she hit the grocery shop looking lavish. Starboy.
See, now we're building layers here and we're adding to that emotional, we're raising the stakes.
pulling me deeper, slower, heavier, trap clapping. Start with the clap, something human, but not soft. Put some delay on it. I brought the bass line over and put it on the 808. Just need a little more rhythmic. Here I'm just painting a two-step. Start us off. Something simple. Okay, here I'm working on a second hat. I like to just paint shit in gesturally. Finally, I want maybe a rim here. Here I'm just putting in a second rim just to beef it up. I'm panning up to both sides. Oh, that's sounding crazy. Alright, let's listen to the whole song. Before we do, ask yourself, did we get that depth, that beautiful, dark, powerful sound? We want y'all to take a stab at it yourself. Keep experimenting, keep dialing in that flow state, building that sound that sets you apart. Oh, if you dug this session, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss the next one. Oh, and if you like these sounds, then grab our free multi-kit, the Prologue pack. It's waiting for you in the description. Grab it while it's free. Alright, love y'all.